We warned that this would happen, and it's exactly what is happening.
A new report from Iowa Democratic lawmakers showed that there are 429 fewer staff members at area education agencies since Governor Kim Reynolds' reforms took effect.
There are 429 fewer professionals on the ground providing vital services for kids in our public schools.
There are no changes in funding this year to special education services, but next year 10% of state funding will go directly to districts instead of AEAs. State Senator Pam Yoakum says that 56 special education employees have already left the Grant Wood AEA in Cedar Rapids.
Sooner or later, that's going to have a direct impact on children with special needs that are in our school system.
This year, districts will control 60% of funding for general education and media services. Next year, districts get 100%. At a press conference last week, Governor Reynolds insisted the reforms are working.
If they want to continue to use the AEAs in the same manner that they did before, then they can continue to do that. Nothing has changed. People have turned the corner. They have made a decision that this is going to work.
But what are the AEAs saying about how these changes are playing out? Well, I caught up with Dan Cox, the chief administrator at Northwest AEA, who says it's too early to tell because the school year just started.
For our staff, we do have fewer at the AEA and across the AEA system, and yet we're still out providing the same services. So I think for us and for our school partners, it's just sorting through this new landscape.
Northwest has 32 fewer employees this year than last year, which is an 11% drop in staff.
We did have to do a few reductions. We moved our creative services department to a neighboring AEA, for example. But aside from that, we've got all the same services that we had been providing. We just have fewer people who are doing that.
Cox says as these changes play out, he'll be looking for the AEA task force to start meeting and for ways to bring more stability to the AEA system. At the Iowa Capitol Bureau, I'm Connor Hendricks reporting.